Hey guys, how's it going? It's Raab. So generally when anyone says they're gonna start a business or are looking to go into entrepreneurship, generally there's kind of this thought that it takes a lot of time in order to get started. You know, you need to have a certain amount of capital that you save up, or you need to have a team in place before you can really get started. And although that may be true for a lot of businesses, I wanted to go over for ones that it isn't true for. So in this video, I'm gonna go over 7 different businesses that you can start in the next 3 hours. So whatever time it is right now, you can look at your clock, look at your watch, and see in 3 hours, you can be kind of the CEO or owner of your own business. I'm gonna go over 7 different businesses that you can start doing that. So let's get into it. And if you're new here, my name is Raab. I make videos all about personal finance. So if you're interested in anything like that, I would love it if you would subscribe. The first business that you can start in the next 3 hours is content creation. Now, I know that this is a very general term and I want to get a few specifics under it. So what do I mean by that? When I say content creation, I mean something along the lines of a blog where you are creating content. And this is a real business. You know, it didn't seem like that, a decade ago, but now people are making real money from it. And it's so easy to start a blog. You can go to WordPress or any other blog creation kind of builder website, get your own blog up and start blogging, start growing a following. You know, there's other parts of content creation as well. You can do what I do, which is create YouTube videos, which is something that I love doing, and I now make some money doing it as well. So maybe that's something you want to look into. There's also different things like podcasts and whatever form of content that you are interested in, maybe something that you consume or are passionate about, that's something that you should look into. But as far as getting things started, it's really easy. I mean, YouTube is super easy. You can just go and quickly create your channel and you don't need that much. You know, for me, when I first started out, just with my iPad, I had it sitting up on my desk and I would stand in front of it and just talk. And then eventually, as my channel grew a little bit, then I invested in lighting and a background and a new camera and different things like that. But it's really easy to start. Content creation, really important thing is just you. You are the content here. It's really easy to get started in these businesses. Number 2, and this way is cool because you kind of skip a lot of those beginning steps, and that is you can buy an existing business. So there's many different ways you can do this. If you go on websites like Flippa has a bunch of websites that are already out there, that are already created, a bunch of businesses that are already created, that are already kind of turning a profit and making money. You know, oftentimes if you go on Flippa, it'll show like their profit margin, you know, how many they sell, how many units or how much business they're doing. You know, of course you want to make sure that everything is legit. Just as a word of caution, I have been on Flippa before and have seen a few that I'm pretty sure were scams. So just be careful there, but there are some real business that you can buy. If that isn't an avenue you want to go, you can really look at really anything else. You know, there are Shopify stores that you can buy that is like Shopify certified and has like, this is how much they're actually selling and different things like that. So a bunch of different ways to buy businesses. And this is great because you kind of know what you're buying. Maybe you skip a lot of those beginning steps when it's tough to grow it and you can buy one. Of course, you're probably going to have to pay a premium on it because, you know, you are skipping a lot of those beginning parts of starting a business, but this is a way that you can easily become the owner of a business pretty quickly because you can just buy it. The third business that you can start in the next 3 hours are food-related businesses. Now, there's multiple different things that I mean here that kind of fall under this umbrella, and they could be something like a meal planner. You know, of course, these businesses take some understanding or knowledge of the food industry before you get started, but if you do have this, then this is something that you can do. You know, it's easy to start a website, you know, send a quick emailer to friends and family, neighbors, and different people like that saying, hey, I am a meal planner. I can help you reach your goals. You know, I am very passionate about this and I look forward to working with you. Or you can even, if you want to take it to a whole nother level, you can become a personal chef or something along those lines. You know, this will take you to have kind of the things necessary to become a personal chef, you know, a kitchen to cook and the supplies that you need, and of course the knowledge to do so. But if this is something that you are interested in, you can start that business in the next few hours because it's so easy to create a website nowadays. You know, anyone can start it in usually under an hour and get that business started. So if that's anything you're interested in, this can be a way to make real money. The number 4 business that you can start is an assistant. Now, there's different types of assistants that are out there. There's virtual assistants and personal assistants. And oftentimes virtual is pretty easy because this means that you are usually away from whoever you are assisting with. You usually work remotely. Business that you can start pretty easily. There's a bunch of different websites out there for VAs, virtual assistants, and you just go sign up there. You're going to want to make sure you are assistant material, that you are on top of things, that you're always checking up on things, that you're very good under pressure and kind of with chaotic scheduling, you're very organized. So you're going to want to have those prerequisites, but if you do, you can become an assistant and do it relatively quickly. In the next 3 hours or so, you can become a virtual assistant, or if you want to start your own personal assistant brand, just make a website and start advertising that you can be a personal assistant. Number 5, and this one is freelancing. And really, this is what it's all about. It's all about taking your skills and monetizing it. What can you do better than most people? And you can sell that because if that's something that is in high demand, you can sell it and make good money from it. So getting involved with freelancing is easy. You could create your own website for yourself, or you could look at different freelancing websites. There's Freelancer, there's Fiverr that's out there. So there's a bunch of different opportunities where the infrastructure is already in place and you just have to go and oftentimes just make an account and get started. And that is something that is very, very easy to do. So freelancing is really kind of the golden nugget in this whole thing, and that's what you want to look at. And oftentimes starting that business surrounding the skill that you have isn't going to take nearly as long as you may think it will. Number 6 is an advertising manager. And I usually like to preface this one with, you're going to want to know some about advertising. If you have studied advertising before or are passionate about it, then this is something you want to look at. But advertising manager, I like to say, is kind of a social media manager on steroids. So you always hear about social media manager, social media management. It's kind of a big thing right now, but advertising manager takes it to a whole new level. Yes, you are running those social media ads and managing the social media, but you're also going more. You are making brochures, you are starting different ad campaigns and different things like that. So this is something that you may want to look into. It makes you a lot more marketable. Rather than just saying, oh, I'll control your social media, I'm going to do so much more than that. You can say, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you suggestions, I'm going to start ad campaigns, brochures, and posters and social media. Yes, it is more work, but it makes you more just marketable. You can get more clients, and if you can be efficient about it and organized, you can make good money from this. So I always think that social media management, I always feel like it's somewhat limiting. So I just want you to take it to a whole nother level, make you more marketable, and you can do. Last but certainly not least is number 7, and this one is graphic design. And I have to preface this one with the same thing that I said before. You're going to want to know a little bit about graphic design. Don't go and start a graphic design company if you don't know much about graphic design. But if you do want to know about it, there's courses and different things out there that you can do to learn more about graphic design. But if you do, this can be something that you can start relatively quickly. You can start a company where you design logos. Maybe you can even do that on the freelancing websites that we talked about earlier. Maybe you can design pamphlets or posters or anything like that that you may be interested in. You can do that. So this is a great way to start working and getting a business surrounding something that you're interested in, and it's all about graphic design. So that will wrap it up. Those are 7 different businesses that you can go out and start in the next 3 hours. And it's pretty cool to think about, whatever the time is right now, add 3 hours, and in 3 hours, you can have your own business. And that's pretty cool. That's something that I think the internet has opened that door up. When you really think about it, it's pretty mind-boggling that you can do that, but it's pretty cool. So that will wrap it up. Let me know in the comments below what you recommend. What is a business that you believe would be great to start in the next 3 hours or so? Maybe something that in the world we live in today is in high demand. So let me know down there. I'll be talking to you guys. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on different things. But for now, that will wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my name is Raab, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. So I'm going to move to the corner of your screen here. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you are going to see my most recent video. And if you look in the lower left-hand corner, you're going to see a video that YouTube and I each think that you would like. And if you haven't yet, you can hit my face right here and subscribe. As always, my name is Raab, and I'll see you soon.